She Dwelt Among the Untrodden Ways by William Wordsworth, 1770 to 1850. She dwelt among the untrodden ways, beside the springs of Dove, a maid whom there were none to praise, and very few to love. A violet by a mossy stone, half hidden from the eye, fair as a star when only one is shining in the sky. She lived unknown, and few could know when Lucy ceased to be. But she is in her grave, and oh, the difference to me. Okay, this is by William Wordsworth, who I think came from Cumbria, which is a beautiful country region in the UK. So what's this about? I think you could call this poem an elegy, a praise or a poem dedicated to somebody who's dead or somebody who has died. I think the themes of this poem are love and death. It's about a girl who lived in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the countryside, in a beautiful country place that's very remote, and very few people passed that way, and very few people knew her. And I think the poet is expressing the way that he loved her, and he was very much in love with her. But she was a wonderful person, but not known. Yeah. There's something really beautiful, but nobody knows about it. So, she dwelt among the untrodden ways, beside the springs of Dove. So she lived in the untrodden ways, the routes that people didn't walk down. And then here, the springs of love. This is a metaphor for the countryside. A dove is a white bird of peace. And from this idea, the springs of Dove, this is giving the idea of beautiful nature, beautiful countryside. A maid whom there were none to praise, and very few to love. So a maid, a young woman, and nobody lived there, nobody knew her, and there was nobody to praise her, to say good things about her, and nobody to actually love her. Also notice here at the beginning, it just says a maid. Yeah, so we will get her name later, and clearly this is a technique to draw you into this. Notice as well here, a maid whom there were none to praise, and then the line goes on without a stop here, and that's enjambment. A violet by a mossy stone, half hidden from the eye. So here we've got a lovely metaphor. He's describing her as a violet, a beautiful little flower, half hidden beside a mossy stone. Okay, moss is this green thing that grows very often on plants and rocks. And here again, it's giving this idea of beautiful nature. Fair as a star when only one is shining in the sky. So she was as beautiful as a star. Okay, and this is a simile. And when there is only one star in the sky. So this is talking about her being alone and her loneliness as well, and that nobody knew her, she was completely unknown. And here he's comparing this as looking up into the sky, and there's only one star you can see, and that's a beautiful star. It's also saying that she is a star shining in the sky. She lived unknown, and few could know when Lucy ceased to be. So nobody knew her, and it was very difficult for anybody to know her, because where she lived was so out of the way. And that was the case when Lucy, now he gives her name, ceased to be, when she died. But she is in her grave, and oh, the difference to me. So here it's showing clearly that the author was in love with Lucy, and almost nobody noticed that Lucy had died except for the author, and the author was clearly deeply in love with her. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. She Dwelt Among the Untrodden Ways by William Wordsworth.